This video is brought to you by Adobe Spark. Check it out in the link down below. Many of you have told me that you want to take your first steps into entrepreneurship or you want to make a little bit of extra money. So today we're going to talk about 7 side hustles that you can start today. In order to start a successful side hustle, you need a few things. You need tools, you certainly need the extra time, and maybe a little bit of talent, and just a few tips from me. Let's get into the video. Hey everybody, this is Roberto Blake helping you create something awesome today. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're gonna be talking about 7 side hustles that you can start right now. 7 side hustles that are going to crush it for you in 2020. And the best part is, the main tool that you probably need in order to accomplish this is your smartphone. Now it shouldn't surprise any of you that side hustle number 1 is gonna be become a social media manager. We are constantly on our smartphones all day, every day, and we're using social media. The good news is most of these apps and platforms are free and so are the tools we need in order to crush it on social media as a marketing manager. Now, before I became an entrepreneur, one of the jobs that I actually held in corporate life was being a marketing manager at a company. And being a marketing manager has a lot of different things involved with it. Today, one of the primary focuses for businesses are trying to reach their customers in social media and getting them to take action, whether that's buying the product or having awareness around the brand or engaging. And when it comes to those online businesses, that means that they need someone who can help them manage the back end of the social media accounts, schedule posts, and create content for them. Now, while I'm an old pro at Adobe Creative Cloud and I've been using the suite of tools that they offer for many, many years, I know that that can be intimidating for a lot of people who are just getting their feet wet when it comes to this. That's why I'm glad to be partnering with Adobe Spark and to tell you about their free tool, because I think it's gonna help you with a lot of these side hustles. Because let's face it, today, if you want to start a small business, be a freelancer, or make money on the side, you're probably gonna use social media at some point to do it so that you can reach new customers or clients and you can get the word out. So that's where Adobe Spark comes in. Adobe Spark is a great tool that you can use on your desktop, your laptop, or your smartphone, the thing that you have on you all the time. The best part about Adobe Spark is you don't have to be an actual graphic designer in order to use it. It has a lot of simple, easy to use tools and amazing free templates and stock photography. And that's really what I like about it, because it gives you guys a leg up if you are trying to compete and make something attractive for your brand. I spent a lot of years as a solo entrepreneur doing everything myself. Now I have a small team that helps me, and not all of them have a background in graphic design and Photoshop like I do, so they use tools like Adobe Spark to help me generate a few of those extra posts for social media for my Facebook group, or some graphics that I can use when I'm doing my email marketing or other things. So it's actually really convenient for us. This is a great free tool for beginners with the features that you need, and then if you need any additional features, you can upgrade to those premium features later down the road. Another tool for you to check out is Adobe Spark Video. Adobe Spark Video is an easy online editing tool for you guys to be able to make your videos. One of the things that has given me an advantage in my business and my brand is the fact that I can make online videos, and I use Adobe Premiere Pro for that, but I'm an advanced power user. If you're not, and you're somebody who's a beginner and you also don't have a lot of time on your hands, especially if you're side hustling, then this is a great tool because it's very easy and beginner friendly, and you'll be able to have an advantage with some slightly polished videos compared to your competition. You can check out Adobe Spark in the link down below. So we talked a little bit about being a social media manager, but I hinted at the background I had in graphic design. And I still think that's a great opportunity for a lot of you. Not only can you make great graphics and help somebody build their brand and business, but you can also make things and directly sell them online if you have the skills of a graphic designer, which I think is actually really cool. Again, my primary tool for graphic design has always been Adobe Photoshop, and now that's actually available on the iPad if you guys want to check that out on mobile. And so I think that many of you could take advantage of a lot of these tools to just help you get your name out there, regardless of what it is that you're trying to do. And you can always combine some of these side hustle skills. This is something that a lot of people don't talk about. I am where I am today because I was able to combine a few very great skills that let me be successful. And that was my background in photography, graphic design, and the ability to use social media. When you put those things together, there's a lot of opportunity. So even if you can't get graphic design clients, maybe you could actually sell t-shirts online through something like Teespring or Cafe Press. For those of you trying to put a portfolio out there, if you don't have the money for a website, then check out Behance.net. It's a great community for artists and designers. It's backed by Adobe, and they actually do a lot to help promote artists and give them opportunities through this platform. So it's something to think about. Now, if you're familiar with the channel and my content, you know that one of the running gags is how many cameras I have. Let's talk about side hustle number 3, photography. You know, I've always been in love with photography ever since I was a little kid, ever since I was a teenager. And the thing is, when I was working my way through college, it was actually a great side hustle for me. I know when you guys are looking at Instagram, you feel like photography is saturated and how could you possibly compete and make money with it? But I think you'd be surprised. Like I said earlier, promoting yourself in social media, using things to get your name out there, putting out some post in Instagram or LinkedIn can be beneficial. I think that a lot of you are just looking in the wrong places when it comes to finding clients. A primary example would be if your side hustle was gonna be that you're a wedding photographer, then I think that you should actually hit up all of the local small businesses that are part of the wedding industry. This includes the venues, the churches, the florist, and the bakers. These are people who already are dealing with the same customers and client base as you. And something that I would tell you is if you wanna get more clients, and especially if you're a wedding photographer, then I would offer to even do some work for those different people in the industry for free so that your work is showing off their business and you're kind of proving yourself and they have a reason to rave and to talk about you and to promote you. So you guys can network together and it probably is better for all of you involved. You could also offer them a small referral fee if you get a paying client from their recommendation. Let's talk about side hustle number 4. Side hustle number 4 is social media influencer. If you're watching this channel, there's a small chance that you might want to be a content creator in YouTube or Instagram. And while I think that's kind of cool, it also can be very profitable, especially with the tips that we give on this YouTube channel. But what a lot of people don't think about is consistency in their brand. And that's where my background as a graphic designer has helped me. But if you're not a graphic designer, then this is where Adobe Spark can be actually really useful as a tool. To be successful on platforms like YouTube, for example, you need to be able to have good graphics. You need graphics for your YouTube thumbnails. You need graphics for your channel artwork. And also having some graphical elements that you're putting in your videos could also help you stand out and build your own visual style. If you're not someone with a natural talent for that, then that's where Adobe Spark Post and these templates can at least give you a foundation, because I know starting from scratch with a blank canvas is really intimidating. If I didn't have over a decade of experience in Photoshop, then this is exactly the kind of tool that I would need if I was starting out as a content creator on YouTube. I also think that for some of you, if you're doing Instagram posts, there's some really clever and creative things you can do with it as well. And I've actually been experimenting a lot with Instagram slides, and I think you'll find that it actually is really convenient. Even with all my Photoshop skills, it's actually faster sometimes to use a tool like Adobe Spark for simplicity. Sometimes you want to post something and you just don't have that bulky laptop on you, and this is just going to be the more convenient tool. Now, to make money as a social media influencer, as a content creator, you're going to need to do a lot of things, a lot of different things. And the way that you make money on that is going to be very different just depending on what niche you're in. The good news is I've done a lot of videos on this YouTube channel covering that exact topic. So you'll want to make sure you're checking those out. I'm going to link to a few of my favorites in the description down below. Side hustle number 5, become a virtual assistant. Becoming a virtual assistant is actually a great side hustle for the far majority of you, because it means you don't need any one particular skill that you're exceptional at. You can just help somebody with a variety of tasks. They don't expect you to be a master of really anything. Now again, as a small business owner, I outsource stuff all the time. So someone being able to take on those tasks for me is actually really helpful and helps me spend my time on the things that I'm the best in the world at. There are a lot of great places for you to do freelance work and to find new clients. And the good news is social media has no shortage of people who are entrepreneurs, business coaches, photographers, and people who just need a little bit of extra help so that they can, deliver for their clients or for their audience. Something that I outsource sometimes is infographics. Even with my background in graphic design, the thing is, infographics are something that I don't always want to do because I don't want to have to sit there and plug numbers into a graph or something like that. just to be able to put information out. I'd rather just have somebody else do that so I can focus on something a little less tedious and a lot more challenging. So that's just something that I think is a really good segue into you branching out on your own, because being a virtual assistant, since you get to try so many things, you'll get to see if there's a skill that you excel at, or an area that you like, or a niche of people that you prefer to work with. So it's definitely one of my favorite side hustles for you guys, because if you don't know what you want to do, this is still a great way to get started. Side hustle number 6, become a freelance writer. Now, a lot of you don't know that in addition to being a graphic designer and also to later becoming a content creator and entrepreneur, there was a good period of time where I was making a healthy amount of money as a freelance writer. I was writing for a lot of different publications, sometimes about graphic design, sometimes about freelancing itself. I actually had a lot of fun with this, and I actually had a blog long before I had a YouTube channel. And I've always really enjoyed writing and expressing my thoughts, and it was something that I did long before I had the confidence to turn on a camera. The written word is still very important, and with the ability to do Kindle Direct Publishing, you can write your own books now in addition to having a blog and to doing freelance articles or being a ghostwriter. You also may be able to combine this with your skills as a social media marketer, and you may want to start helping people with things like their email list and newsletter. You can combine the skills of some basic graphic design and using tools like Adobe Spark with your ability to do decent copywriting and help someone build their business and build their audience. I also think more of you should explore platforms like LinkedIn. I know everyone's obsessed with YouTube and Instagram, but LinkedIn's a great publishing platform, and there are a lot of opportunities for you if you show people your writing ability there, and you should also check out medium.com. Like I said, these social media platforms are free, and most of the tools that will help you take advantage of them are absolutely free. So why not show your work, and then you'll be able to earn more business. Then finally, side hustle number 7. We're in the home stretch now. Side hustle number 7 is become a video editor. Helping people make online videos is actually a really lucrative business, and it's something that you can learn for free with tutorials online. You don't have to get a degree or have a background in it to be successful and to make money on the side, at least when you're getting started. There are several free and affordable tools that I could recommend to you if you are trying to get into video editing, and I really think that this is something more of you can do. You just need to get started and practice at it a little bit. The tools I'm going to recommend that will help you get your feet wet when it comes to editing online video are going to be Adobe Premiere Rush and Adobe Spark Video. The reason I recommend Adobe Spark Video and Adobe Premiere Rush is because they are free for beginners. You have the tools that you need to just get started. And then if you want any additional features, there are premium options that you can upgrade to later. With Adobe Spark Video, you can work on the desktop or your smartphone, and you can bring in assets. And one of the other great features is the music library. Copyright is something we deal with a lot here on YouTube, and if you're a beginner getting started, you really don't want to have to hunt down for music and audio clips online or get into another subscription service. So the good news is that with both Adobe Premiere Rush and Adobe Spark Video, they have a convenient audio library you can use and add those to your video clips. My preference when it comes to video editing is Adobe Premiere, and I pay for that subscription happily, and I even actually pay for the subscription of my team. But when you're just getting started and you're doing a side hustle, every dollar, every cent counts. And so being able to take advantage of great free tools, especially tools that you can use with your smartphone, which is pretty much always with you, are going to be a huge advantage, and it's going to be the thing that allows you to just get started. And to be honest, these free tools are actually better than the paid tools that I had to suffer through 15 years ago. So I think that that's something that's in your favor if you're a newbie. With all these side hustles, there's a lot of options and it might feel overwhelming. I think that you should go ahead and lean towards something that you're either already doing, have talent for, or that you think will take the least amount of time. I think one of the mistakes that I made back in the day was I was doing too many side hustles at once. I really was just all over the place, and if I had focused, it probably would have went better for me. And any of these side hustles that you decide to start could spin off and be the beginning of your journey as an entrepreneur. It could become a full-time business that can support you, your family, and give you a sense of pride and ownership over your own work, which I think is really exciting. Question of the day: what side hustle has you the most excited? Which one are you going to start right now? Let me know in the comment section. Thanks so much to my friends at Adobe Spark for sponsoring this video and everything you guys do to support creators. Remember, you can get all the resources I mentioned in this video in the description down below. And again, big thanks to our sponsor, Adobe Spark. Like this video if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe. Check out the other awesome content here on the channel. As always, you guys, thanks so very much for watching. And don't forget, go out there and create something awesome today. Take care.